Last week was just a prelude. The real destruction begins now. As a demonstration of demolition, these bus drivers take out their pent-up frustrations by ramming their rides till there's only one bus left standing. Motor Mania doesn't get any better than this. School bus demolition derby last week. It was figure eights. Now our pit reporter tells you what goes on this week.
It's late in the racing season and it tracks throughout the entire United States. Many of the Friday night and Saturday night programs are taken up with thrill shows or demolition derbies. Hi everybody, I'm Doc Riley and welcome to KIL-KARE Speedway right outside of Xenia, Ohio. This track has been in business since 1953. Its oval track plays host to the NASCAR Dodge Weekly Racing Series. Its drag strip plays host to NHRA's Lucas Oil Sportsman Series. But tonight, it is school bus demolition derby action. Now, this is just some of the pieces that have been taken off in pre-show activity, getting ready for the derby. Yeah, the seats have been taken out, some of the grill work's been taken out, the lights have been removed, and also some of the bumpers have been clipped away. It's going to be an awful lot of fun here, and it's organized mayhem.
Everything started out last week with a figure eight race. Hi, I'm Rick Carlson. Joining me in the booth, our expert analyst, Nathan Anderson. Nathan, tell us what happened last week.
It was a figure eight bus race. These guys are trying to get through who could complete the most laps. Basically served as an elimination round for Demolition Derby. We're going to see a little bit later on in the program. Those able to still be running at the end of the figure eight race are going to smash them all up and just ruin the rest of these buses. Basically just to get the crowd into the later show, the Demolition Derby.
Well, the school bus demolition derby is coming up later in the show, but right now, open wheel modifieds at KIL-KARE, one of the crowd favorites. These guys fly. Tell us a little bit about these cars.
Well, these are about 2,400 pounds with a driver. They weigh significantly less. So we've got turn 4 here, a spin. That's Dill, the Polesitter. Looks like he was taken out by Sean Strobel, the 4 car. Also involved of Charlie Davis. That's going to bring out caution on lap number 1. But as I was saying, let's take a look at this before we explain a little bit more about these guys. Sean does get into the rear end of the 27 of Dill, and then here you see Charlie just nowhere to go.
And it packs up behind them. They're stopping it. They'll get everybody situated, cleared off the track, and so it's going to be a red flag for a little bit. Now we're back to the racing action.
Yeah, and like you were saying, these are very lightweight race cars, 2,400 pounds. They got the V8 4-barrel cast iron carbureted engines. These guys do fly, as we see the 91 car there of Sean Gray currently in the lead. The 41 car behind him of Tim Allensworth. These guys are going at it early. We got a battle for second already.
Tim Allensworth, who we saw in the earlier race when he came out in the late models and had a good outing, and now he's going to try and pick up some more to try and get a podium finish.
He just likes to get on an oval track and get a piece of some power underneath the seat. That's what Tim's all about. We've got the 1 car there. That is Terry Humphrey trying his hand at keeping the 41 at bay, but they're both chasing the 91 still of Sean Gray as they come out of turn 4 headed down the front straightaway.
They're still side by side for second spot. It is close. They have 30 laps to figure out who's going to be able to pull away, and somebody before too long is going to have to make a move here.
And the late model race, we had a huge amount of guys trying the outside. That's what the 41 car is doing right now of Allensworth, finding some momentum up there and able to take the lead away from the 91.
And it's one of the things you see. You think that you should stay down on the lower apron to get a shorter racetrack, but that may not be where your power band and your traction works.
Well, you would normally think that on almost every racetrack of an oval stature, like this 3rd mile here at KIL-KARE, the bottom lane normally is where you have the tightest apex of the corner. You can keep those guys, force them to the outside. They don't quite get the line that they desire. But these guys are working the outside very, very well. As you see, the 1 car there trying to take the 2nd spot over from the 91 of Sean Gray, and Humphrey's doing a great job on the outside.
Allensworth, while they're back there battling, he's extending that lead. Now he's got about a 50-yard, almost a full straightaway lead, while everyone else is battling behind him, and he's taking advantage of it.
Sean Strobel is also a guy we're watching in the 4th spot right now as he challenges Gray. As they come out of turn 4, Sean has won a lot of races here and is always looking to move up. He's making that outside work like those other guys. It's like nothing I've ever seen before, an outside groove, really holding that well.
Allensworth with the huge lead. He's extending it, has been. It looks now maybe Humphrey, that number one, is closing up, but before too long they're going to start hitting back markers, and they're going to have to start seeing who can drive and get around some of the other machines.
That will oftentimes slow up your leader for just a little while on a short track oval type facility like this. The 41 enjoying quite a lengthy lead right now, but you'll notice there that one car is not letting him get out of the way. Humphrey's trying his best to maintain the shortest distance he can between himself and the guy on the point.
Well, it's still closing up. First, second, third now as a group are pulling away, but they're closing in, and the lead, well, it's going to be up for grabs if they keep moving like this.
Absolutely. You notice there Strobel has just moved into the third spot. He has gotten around Gray. Now he's going to try and get around Humphrey on the outside once again, no less.
Strobel number 72, Humphrey number 1, chasing Tim Allensworth, and that battle is for the second spot. Allensworth, though, is kind of being backwards. He's getting closer and closer. We'll be back in just a little bit. The finish of the Modifieds and the School Bus Demolition Derby. O'Reilly Auto Parts Motor Mania, brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, home of the professional parts people. Summit Racing Equipment, the world's speed shop. And by MSD Ignition, your complete ignition source. Crowd watching as we're back to the open wheel modifieds. Kim Dill, the Polesitter number 27, Sean Gray 91 battling, but still out in the lead. Allensworth working with it.
We got Humphreys here still on the inside. Strobel working that outside, but Humphreys is making a hard go of Strobel's forward progress. But Strobel's already won 4 races this season. He's looking for a 5th here tonight, and he's looking strong on that outside. And both these guys side by side are tracking down the leader. You normally see 2 guys side by side. Normally, they let the leader get away from them. Not these guys. They're reeling him in.
I think as they're racing each other, they're turning quicker lap times. They're finding a good spot, and I think that side draft also will pull them together and let them stay that way. We'll figure out who can pull up ahead a little bit as they close in on the leader, Allensworth.
Looks like Humphreys may get a little bit better forward bite off the corner. Sometimes he'll pull a fender ahead, but now we've got the fender ahead of Strobel there. These guys are trying to decide who's going to settle down in that second spot, and neither one of these guys want to give it up.
The number 41, I don't know what he's doing. He knows that there is a big battle behind him, and I don't know if he's got tires going away, is not able to run the same groove that he was earlier, but they're pulling right up on his tail.
Absolutely are, and they're getting closer and closer with every lap that goes down the drain here at KIL-KARE. These guys are, it looks like Strobel's finally found his way around that one car, and he will settle in the second spot, and he's got his sights set on that leader already.
And I was wondering if he was going to try and dive down between the 41 and the 1, deciding no, he's going to stay high. He likes that groove. Is going to be enough to put the number 72 of Strobel into the lead. Is he going to get around Allensworth? He's fighting right now. They are almost side by side as they cross the start-finish line.
Well, they're not going to change their line, any driver on the raceway, when it's been working for him. Well, this has been working for Strobel. He still has that good grip up on the outside. He's making Allensworth work for every lap that he is putting behind him.
And we just noticed they're going around the back markers. Those are at the end of the field, and it made a difference. Right now, Strobel has the lead. When he gets the lead, can he hang on? Is he going to dive down? Oh, it's getting close. Wheel-to-wheel action.
Finally made the pass at the stripe. They'll score him as the leader on that one. Can Allensworth mount a charge back to the front? Looks like he's already pulling away by a couple of car lengths. I don't think Allensworth's going to have much to do with it.
Well, we look at Strobel and Allensworth. Humphrey, the number 1 car in the third spot, looks like he's dropping back. I don't know if he has lost anything or the other 2 are just battling better.
Maybe the 41 car burned his tires up a little too early, trying to stretch that lead out. Then finally, once Humphrey and Strobel began to battle behind him, the tires just went away, and now once Strobel's made his way past and onto the point, it's given Allensworth a little bit tougher time to make those quick laps he had before.
I think you may be correct, because look, at Strobel is running just about the same line he did before, maybe down, but Allensworth cannot hold that bottom line. The centrifugal force and the tires are not allowing him to stay down there. It's pulling him up toward the wall.
Or either that, or he's trying the outside line since he saw Strobel working so well for him. You know, Allensworth is up alongside of him again. It surprises me. I figured Strobel would run off and leave him, but it looks like Allensworth's giving him a hard time and trying his best to stay up there towards the front.
I think the 41 is better in the corners, but when you get in the straightaway, it looks like a little more horsepower, the 72 machine.
White flag is out for Sean Strobel. Does Allensworth make a go of it? He's got 2 more turns going into turn 3. Into lap traffic, loses a little bit of momentum. Strobel on the outside going around another machine. He will take the win at KIL-KARE in the open wheel modified division.
Sean Strobel first, Tim Allensworth second, Terry Humphrey in third spot. You can see the finishers, and Doc Riley has the winner.
Sean, fierce battle tonight. Just your thoughts.
Absolutely. It was actually a really good run. Glad we could bring one in for the home team here. Had a lot of fun. I really love racing. You know, it's a passion. It's something I'm always looking to do, you know, for the rest of my life. But you know, we'll see what happens. This is where it starts. I just, you know, I'm tickled to death. We're making grounds in his points and just being patient and having good, clean runs. And you know, that's pretty much what we need to become a champion this year.
Open wheel modified winner Sean Strobel, but hey, let's go to School Bus Demolition Derby. We're waiting for the green flag. They're lined up all around the speedway. We're going to get the green flag, and then they go. What are we going to look for?
Well, what we're going to look for basically is general carnage of all shapes, forms, and fashions. These guys have made it through the figure 8 race, and now it's basically just get out there, tear them up, and put on a good show for the fans.
So not a lot of strategy other than try to keep your front end protected. You want your radiator, your cooling system, and be able to steer. If you try and protect those, you don't care about the back half of the bus.
Yeah, basically anything goes in this. You want to use the rear of your bus as much as you can to see if you can't bang the front end off of the other buses, or just have some fun and bang the rear ends of those machines together.
Well, these are the opening few battles as we see them backing into each other. A lot more of the last bus standing coming up next here on Motor Mania. Inside shot, School Bus Demolition, ouch, Derby from KIL-KARE Raceway in Xenia, Ohio. We saw all the preliminaries, and now it's the real things, and we're watching on board with Matt Johnson as he just got spanked.
Got hit by Butch Russell. Butch doesn't have any brakes. We alluded to that in the figure 8 race. Butch is just out there slamming, whamming, and bamming anything in his path.
Chad Smith, the Liberty Tax Service machine, just backed into somebody, shocked everyone, and now he's on the prowl. Again, and he missed.
Little scrapage action. Here is Carrico, and he's got a hold of Butch there in the rear end, lets him back away. Now here comes Butch again, trying to take the front end off on board now with Chad Smith. Oh my goodness, he smacked Butch. Another good one.
We got pieces falling off the buses right and ouch, left.
Left, right, back, front. These guys are just trying to ruin these buses, all for the name of sport. There's Chad Smith in the Liberty Tax Service bus. Watch him backing up, got the arm on the seat. Wham! Another one on the Lang Chevrolet sponsored bus.
Ooh, crunch. Took out that corner, and now we're up in the air. We got to back off, and the tires are going to hit the ground. We still got a lot of tires up. I'm surprised with all the carnage and all the metal out there. Boom!
That was a hard one. We got to take another look at that one.
And that's not the only one. Let's take it on the side. Here we go. Oh!
Oh, and the glass is coming out of the back of the bus, spilling onto the seats. That was a tough blow.
Our camera's going to get hurt doing that.
Oh, the guy's just out here having a big old time. Oh, there's the front end smash. That would be Bill Sutherland smashing into that bus. He's the winner of the figure 8 race, and he's still looking good out there despite, you know, what he's doing in the Demolition Derby. The bus still looks good.
We're still seeing some pieces, and everybody's knocking him off. I think our Liberty Tax Service machine is, well, it's seen better days. It's on the downhill side.
Oh, yeah. Lots of buses losing front ends, beginning to already. Look at the rear end of that green bus right there. The Lang Chevy sponsored bus has got rear end problems, Rick.
And they're still backing around trying to save the front end. And now we're going to get the key mobility machine that's sitting there and now finally moving. Shredded right front tire. Still got one red light working. I think he's had damage everywhere else, and we're getting a little bit of smoke. And now let's,
Oh, they double team the Xenia DUI machine. The trolley stopper there, throwing the fist. He didn't like that one, I don't think.
You know, I don't think it was that bad. You get double teamed from each side. You don't get knocked around. Everything kind of gets, well, narrowed a little bit, but it's still okay.
Yeah, Matt Johnson able to still keep moving. That's the name of the game, is be the last one running. There's Mike Martin now, the rear end of his bus looking scraggly. There's Sutherland coming in, and wham, the front end again, motor area.
Mike Martin backing up, and part of it, he was knocked backwards. Now he's going to see if he can find a forward gear, and gets hit from the side. Mike Martin sitting there thinking, I'm pretty much a sitting duck right now.
Johnson is ruthless. You see him sitting in there with the sleeveless shirt, jamming gears, looking around, finding another victim for that orange machine. Somebody chasing Sutherland around. That's Butch. Butch ain't going to make it that time, but they're chasing each other. Guys in the middle now.
Mike Martin run into again with the front end. I think the front of that machine's about done.
Carrico taking the front end from Butch there, and Butch, no brakes. He's going to hit you hard.
Carrico trying to wave off Matt Johnson, saying, I think I'm dead in the water right here. And a little bit late with that waiver. It just got missed.
Martin still moving. Johnson still moving. Looks like, there we go, Sutherland still moving. These guys still got power underneath them. They're going to keep going.
Look at that, free hood adjustments for Sutherland, and he's been doing that all night. Now we're running around trying to see who's going to hit, who's going to miss. Three of them still working on it.
Here comes Sutherland again, trying to get the front end area. Mike Martin's bus is pushing him backwards, making a little bit more contact there. Some more pieces falling off. Coach's grill, Matt Johnson. Here's Carrico again. Carrico backing up, taking the front clip off of Martin's machine. Now back over here, Johnson and Sutherland in a pushing war. That's got to do some damage to the transmission, doesn't it, Rick?
Oh, that's it. They're trying to push each other back and forth, and it looks like Sutherland's the winner, but we'll see if it hurt any of the powertrain in the machines.
Johnson's still under power, but it looks like Mike Martin may be dead in the water there, stalled on the speedway. We see the fluid leaking out, and the general carnage. You can't even tell that's a diesel engine there.
It's shoved back. The radiator's pretty well used up. Johnson backing after somebody. Who's he going to find?
He's looking for anybody he can hit. We got Sutherland back there now pushing Carrico around. Now he hits Carrico in the right rear.
Moving them toward the stands. You can hear the fans go crazy. Carrico, you see steam coming out of the front, and here go Johnson and Sutherland.
We may just be down to 3 buses. The steam and the smoke coming out of Carrico's diesel engine as he goes down towards turn 4. I don't know if he's looking to back up really quickly or if he's trying to get out of the way. Here comes Sutherland. A near miss.
Sutherland aimed around. Now he's got the front end of Carrico's machine in his sights, and it's a hit to the right front. Carrico was bounced around pretty well inside there. And they're going to back up, try it again. That machine just about gone. The crowd's happy. They jumped when they came. Oh, they just missed. We'll be back with more Smoking School Buses on Motor Mania. O'Reilly Auto Parts Motor Mania, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts, home of the professional parts people. ARP, the world leader in racing fastener technology. And United Specialties, home of the trendsetter.
More carnage, Rick. More carnage going on.
Bill Sutherland, Matt Johnson ramming each other once. Are they going to get it twice?
They're circling around.
Oh, there we go.
The hits just keep on coming. Sutherland now has got a lot of fluid leaking out the front end of his machine, but he's still rolling.
He and Johnson again ramming each other. And I wonder about Sutherland. The front end of that machine has looked fairly pristine, but it's leaking fluid. I don't know what happened.
Well, I tell you what, he's not going to last a whole lot longer. None of these last three guys. Look, Butch Russell's moving again there in the background. We thought he was out of it. And Sutherland goes ahead and nails Carrico once again.
Johnson in the middle, and we're wondering, as we sit there, Butch Russell, I wonder if he was sandbagging, because he was down for a while, then all of a sudden shows back up again, and Carrico, all kinds of smoke out of that machine.
Still under power, though, as He takes it, tries to get out of the way of Butch Russell. Butch just in reverse, just trying his best to circle around and smack him another good time.
It's an absolute mess. He's got pieces of other buses there. He's got most of his own bus. It's just a mess in the front end for Carrico, and he's after somebody.
He's after Butch.
Whoa.
Narrowly misses the front end of Butch Russell. And there's Johnson again.
So 4 of them remaining, and there is Butch backing up, and here comes Johnson, going to try and catch him and spin him. He spins Russell around.
Staying in reverse, the way to go. Use the rear end of your bus. Try to protect the front. Who's done a great job of that? Well, Bill Sutherland still has the front end of his bus working well, although it is leaking some fluid. He and Johnson both have good-looking front ends compared to the other 2 machines.
Carrico's is an absolute mess, and here comes Johnson. He's going to go ahead and put in reverse and going to go find somebody, and Russell and Sutherland and all of them. A threesome right there in the middle of the front straightaway.
Big 3-way pileup on the front stretch for the fans. They're loving it. Most of them on their feet. 4 buses left in it. You wonder how much longer can it go on. Somebody's got to die pretty soon.
Carrico's machine getting hit again by Sutherland's, and they don't sound very healthy. Carrico, you see all the smoke coming out of that machine, and Russell's still moving, and Carrico, he's got a fire.
They're going to stop this for just a moment. That's not going to be safe for him to keep going with that kind of fire under the hood, so they're going to put a pause on this one. And back at it we go. Got the fire put out.
And here's Johnson trying to figure out what's going on. He's going to hit Sutherland, and Sutherland is not moving. We could have a winner. Johnson still moving around. Carrico done with the fire. Russell there, Sutherland, they're all done. It looks like only one remains standing.
Johnson, the only one moving right now. He's kind of taking a little victory lap, it looks like, waiting, saying, hey guys, anybody else moving? I'm still moving. Looks like I might have just won myself this thing.
Great effort there, man. I think they kind of gave up on you a little bit there, but you kept coming back on it, man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't understand the crowd, man. If it was someone else that won, they would have been cheering their butts off. But tonight, Pool Boys Racing won it, and they didn't want to cheer at all. So that doesn't matter to me. We had a good time. Hey, Castle Bell Bonds, he had a hell of a truck, and so did Butch. Butch came back to life, as he always does. I don't know if that's legal or not, but he always comes back to life. But had a great time, great time.
Next week, we're going to be in Concord, North Carolina for the Cruise Race Car Auction here on Motor Mania. For Doc Riley, Nathan Anderson, I'm Rick Carlson. See you next week.